Hey folks, it's Shane. Thanks for watching this video. Going to re-record this little trail vlog. I started off using my not so trusty GoPro Hero 9, and well, it's about 30 degrees out and the battery started getting a little funky on me, shutting down and all that stuff. So I recorded the second half of the video on this phone. Forgive the shakiness. I can't find the tripod I have for this. I misplaced that. I have another one in my Amazon shopping cart, and next month when my budget resets, I'll buy it. So hopefully the other one turns up and I got multiples. I think in the winter I'm gonna have to start using my phone instead of this GoPro because the batteries just don't work on the Hero 9. I think the newer ones are better, but I know Tango Oscar Mike Tom struggles with his too in the Pennsylvania winters. Speaking of Tango Oscar Mike, while I was getting ready to do this weekly vlog on my Buy Me a Coffee site, I noticed I have a post that I forgot to publish from the summer. It was on how I quit recommending amateur radio to preppers. Kind of a bait clicky title, but it's a true topic. So I just published that the other day, and I've been kind of secretive about this Buy Me a Coffee thing and this vlog that I try to do once a week because it doesn't quite fit my channel, but these vlogs are something I always enjoy. People that do them in all different genres that I watch on YouTube. But enough about that. Let's talk about that video I posted in the article. I basically quit recommending ham radio to the prepper types that I know, and I started recommending GMRS because the big hurdle is trying to get people to study for the amateur radio license when it's a topic that's pretty dry and boring for the average person to study. You know, all the radio theory, antenna theory, all that kind of stuff is just the average person has no interest, which I totally get. I didn't have that much interest. Still don't. And on that Twitter post where I shared it, I got quite a bit of really good feedback from all kinds of people, including some that are pretty prevalent in the ham radio, YouTube, social media realm, which was pretty cool. Tango Oscar Mike commented about lazy preppers, and I couldn't agree more. And I'm not discouraging or speaking down on preppers. I consider myself one. You know, my view of a prepper as somebody from 2 or 3 generations ago, that would be normal. You kept your pantry full, you kept your fuel tanks full, you had a savings, you spent your time and money wisely, you had the right tools, and you knew how to take care of them, and you networked with people. So if you couldn't take care of something, they could. You were self-reliant / community reliant, and that's the angle that I look at. Tom Tango Oscar Mike comment about lazy preppers who are all about buying stuff but not putting in the work, especially when it comes to taking care of yourself, physical fitness. And I could not agree more. A lot of us gear junkies can't wait to buy the latest radio, the latest gun, the cool new pack, the this, that, and the other thing. Excuse me while I juggle crap around. I'm just doing this in one continuous take, or in this case 2 takes. But we don't take the time to learn that equipment. You know, we typically have a handful of different handhelds, but we don't know how to program them from the face, or all of them from the face, or get the most out of their features. You segue to firearms. Everyone likes to take the run and gun stuff and shoot the same drill that they're already good at over and over again, so that they feel like they're doing good. But if you throw a malfunction drill into that, something that they should really learn, they make excuses not to do it. And then let's talk about physical fitness. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Having a good diet, having regular exercise, keeping your body in good shape is probably the biggest thing a prepper should be doing, but you always hear the excuses. My favorite is, these colors don't run from a fight. Yeah, fair enough. Might have to run to the fight. You might have to run to fight. But we all make excuses. I'm no better than anyone else. So that was pretty cool. And whether you're a prepper or not, you should learn your equipment. Get those HTs out and see what kind of range you get. Get your mobile out and see what kind of range you get. And that's a segue into the second part of this video, which I ended up filming first. So I'll continue right now. All right, I guess I'll continue on the cell phone. 30 degrees out. This is pretty much useless now. But I won't go down that road. What I was saying is, on that video that I shared, or let me start over. On that Buy Me Coffee video blog post that I shared on Twitter, a lot of great constructive comments, people adding some great perspective on their views. And one is a great segue into what I was planning on talking about this week. And it was along the lines of how I recommend people who are not licensed yet but have a ham radio to check out local nets on the repeaters, just get the taste of it. And the comments were along the lines of good repeater nets are far and few between. Most of the time you just get the stereotypical detailed reports on the doctor visit and people talking about their radio over and over and over again. You know, that's a joke among many of us, that ham radio is a hobby where you just talk about your hobby. And that's all fine and good. But, and then the other side of the bad nets, if you will, or less constructive nets, is like ones that are, I've seen a lot of, or not a lot of, but some experience of, where the same dozen people check in at the same exact order, throw their call, no traffic, and that's the net. The net consists of the preamble, a minute and a half of check-ins, and then I'll proceed to wrap up the net, where the closing in the preamble is 3/4 of the net. And I think a lot of those people, you know, the net's on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Their radios are off all week until Thursday, 7:55. Turn on, do their routine. When the net's closed, they turn off the radio for the rest of the week. And that's not going to get anybody interested in the hobby, in my opinion, anyways. So, as I'm complaining about now, and others do, you know, we say, the repeaters are dead, nobody's on it. The nets are boring, there's nothing good talked about it. Nobody has anything original to say. Well, when you say nobody has anything original to say, or nobody's on the repeater, you're including yourself. You're just as bad. I'm just as bad. We're all just as bad. Now I'm fortunate enough to have a repeater net or two that is really good. A lot of good guys and gals on it. We keep it fun and interesting. Typically, Net Control will have some random question that they'll ask, which I think is a great idea. You know, what's your favorite dessert? Or, you know, what was your favorite vacation as a kid? Something random, something semi-personal, so we all have to stop and think about it. We all learn a little bit about each other, so that's kind of fun. So back to my saying that, you know, nobody's on the repeater. Well, you're part of that group. So I myself have been taking up the task to make sure I'm on the repeaters more as of late. Recently I got a new vehicle for the daily commute. I did a good permanent installation of my FTM 400 in it. I got set up pretty nice so far. Some tweaking to do. But every morning and every evening on my commute, I try out some of those quote-unquote dead repeaters. Throw my call out every 10-15 minutes on the way home or the way to work. And I actually got a response or two so far. And hopefully that builds. I've been kind of being semi-scientific about it, where I try different repeaters, and I make the point to try them like in the low spots and everything, just to see if I can reach the repeater and see what exactly the range of each repeater is along my commute. I got about a 65-mile commute to work, so I have some terrain to cover and a few multiple repeaters for my amusement. And so far I'm learning a little bit about the capabilities of the repeaters and my radio at the different locations along my drive. So that's another thing that I would suggest people do. This kind of circles back to the prepping side of things, is do your own research. Do your experimenting. Don't just look at a map and assume that repeater A will reach you at destination X. Always be testing it out if you can. Like I said, in the low spots and everything. See where you can consistently get a signal to the repeaters from all the areas that you normally and commonly drive if you have a mobile setup. And if you get somebody that has the time to rag chew with you on your commute, then you can get some really good data as in where things fade in and out and all that kind of stuff. So always be using that repeater if you can for your radio. Same thing with simplex, obviously. So I guess that's the moral of this video, more or less, is let's all quit complaining that 2 meters is dead, that 440 is dead, that 220 is dead, my repeater's dead. Dead. Let's breathe a little life into it. I think I said this in not too long ago vlog, but it's kind of a mission I'm on now, is to be a more positive influence in the local area and start promoting stuff, and don't just say, yeah, I got a 2 meter radio, but it's kind of worthless because nobody's on it. I'm going to be on it. So that's about it. It says beautiful fall day. We'll catch you later, folks. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully I wouldn't ramble too much. I try to make one of these once a week, and I post it along with some written content on Buy Me a Coffee. As I said before, it's a convenient place for me to do it, and it works well. I can afford my own coffee, I can afford my own hobbies, all that kind of stuff. However, if you feel generous, I won't stop you. But again, if you're feeling generous, I'd prefer it that you would donate to my 46 Climbs fundraiser for the American Society of Suicide Prevention. That'd be cool. The link will be right down there. All right, enough of this Midwest goodbye. Catch you on the next one, folks. 73.